What's up? Hey, what's good? What's poppin'? I am Miss Berry. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you guys for sliding through and coming to kick it with me. As you guys can see from the title, I'm getting into this is Newsmax, correct? Democrats want to separate themselves from Biden. I am super interested to see why. So I'm not really gonna do too much talking. Let's go ahead and get straight up into it. All right, y'all. So I did switch up my intro. I've been saying this every video and been saying that every video. Because I just felt like I wanted something short, simple, to the point, nothing too long, too colorful, and yeah. So anyway, besides the point, let's get into the video.
We are now just 17 days away from the midterm elections, a little more than 2 weeks for candidates to win over voters. Republicans are still hoping for the red wave that has been gaining momentum. Two of the most closely watched races involve celebrity candidates. Former football star Herschel Walker is running as a Republican to unseat Senator Raphael Warnock in Georgia, and Dr. Mehmet Oz running to be the next GOP senator from Pennsylvania, battling it out with Democrat John Fetterman. Here to discuss these pivotal races and a lot more is Georgia Congressman Buddy Carter. Congressman, welcome. Great to have you here on the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's wonderful to have you back. And let's start with your home state of Georgia. The latest Trafalgar poll has Herschel Walker trailing Raphael Warnock by only 1 point. That's amazing. And at the same time, though, reports are indicating that Georgia's early midterm voting surpassed 2024 presidential election records for the second day of early voting, and it's on pace to double the early vote totals that we saw in 2018. Does Herschel Walker have what it takes to win, Congressman?
Absolutely. I have never been as proud to have Herschel Walker on my team. The last time I was this proud to have him on my team was when he was playing football for the University of Georgia. He's doing great, and he's going to win this Senate race because he will be a reliable Republican conservative vote, and that's what Georgians want. Look, Raphael Warnock's got a silver tongue, yes, but Herschel Walker, he's got a heart of gold, and the people of Georgia know that, and that's who they want representing them in the United States Senate.
And meanwhile, Congressman, and another big potential nail biter, there's a couple, as you know. Let's go to Pennsylvania, because the most recent Real Clear Politics poll shows Dr. Oz gaining ground over John Fetterman. Do you think Dr. Oz is going to be able to beat him?
I do. Look, it's a shame with the medical problems that Lieutenant Governor Fetterman has had, but at the same time, I think that Dr. Oz has done a great job of staying on message and getting his message out. And that's what's resonating, because this election is about policies. We know elections have consequences because policies have consequences, and Republicans have the right policies. The people of America know that we are suffering the consequences of the last election because of the failed Biden policies. And this administration is crushing our economy. That's why they're looking for a change. That's why I think Dr. Oz is going to win. That's why I think Herschel Walker is going to win. That's why I think we're going to have a red wave in the House of Representatives.
Well, you talked about some of the flaws with President Biden. He was on the stump with John Fetterman earlier this week, where at least one reporter was not afraid of pointing out what is an embarrassing situation for the president. I want to have you take a listen and get you to react, Congressman, to this.
Mr. Fetterman, why did you decide to appear with Biden now? Why did you decide to appear together now? Sir, why don't more candidates want to be seen in public with you like Mr. Fetterman?
Where did you buy it at?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I was ready for him to say, come on, man. Compared to former presidents Trump and Obama, there is definitely a serious lack of Democratic candidates who want Biden to campaign with them. In fact, it was sort of a surprise that he showed up on the campaign trail with Fetterman. Why do you think that is? And
That's like to hear that, that's like, I mean, I look at people, I'm like, he's older, and I'm like, oh, but then at the same time, it's like, the person you are, the things that you say, and been saying and doing and not doing. And so I get all
That
of
that's
that.
going to be the tone as we're heading into now the last like 2.5 weeks.
Well, there's no question in my mind that the Democratic candidates are trying to separate themselves from Joe Biden because they want to separate themselves from his failed policies. Not only that, but look, this is a very, very sad situation with his cognitive abilities. And I feel bad for him. I feel bad for his family. But more importantly, I feel bad for this country. I mean, this is a guy who doesn't even know how to get off stage. Can you imagine what he's looked like up on the world stage? But it really is sad. And I say that, as an American, and I say that as a healthcare professional. But no, the Democrats, they want to separate themselves as much as they can from the failed policies of this administration that has crushed our economy.
We're talking about some of the issues cognitively. Biden had another embarrassing moment, and it happened just last night. I don't even know if you saw this yet, Congressman, because some of the excerpts are just coming out here. This is an interview with MSNBC's Jonathan Capehart, certainly friendly territory for this president. And President Biden was asked about his wife's thoughts on a 2024 re-election campaign. It was interesting. First, it was like, are you planning to run? And then the next one was, does your wife want you to run? You would think both of them are fairly easy questions, but take a look, Congressman.
Yeah, let's take a look.
I have not made that formal decision, but it's my intention to run again. And we have time to make that decision.
Dr. Biden is for it. Mr. President. Oh.
Dr. Biden thinks that, my wife thinks that we're doing something very important.
It's an interesting exchange, Congressman. Truth be told, the interviewer jumped on him, and it was sort of portrayed that he had this long delay. There was a little delay, but what was odd is his answer was odd. It was like he was sort of dancing around and couldn't give a direct answer, especially when it came to the wife's part. What's your take on that? It's an odd exchange.
It's a very odd exchange. And quite honestly, again, I feel bad for the man. I feel bad for his family. But look, this is our commander in chief. He is our representative on the world stage. And I'm not sure we can take 2 more years of this. And look, a serious decision is going to have to be made, and it would help this nation. And look, I believe this man truly loves his country. And if he does truly love his country, I hope that he and his wife will sit down and make a decision that is in the best interest of this country and of our citizens.
Absolutely, 100%. And there does seem to be some difference as to what his wife wants, what he wants. You could see him sort of processing that. It seemed like there was a lot of things going on in his head. And that was very, very confusing, especially as we're heading to the midterms, too. There's so many issues with that.
Congressman. Oh, my God, guys. I'm sorry that this phone, I be forgetting to turn everything down. Normally, I have everything on vibrate, but like I be moving around and don't hear the phone, and I forget I sit at the desk. And besides the point, I kind of rewinded a little bit. So, y'all, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I kind of rewinded it a little bit. So let's just keep going because it's pretty much almost
really
over.
Great to have you here on the show. Always wonderful to have you here. Thank you.
Let's go back a little bit more.
It seemed like there was a lot of things going on in his head. And that was very, very confusing, especially as we're heading to the midterms, too. There's so many issues with that. Congressman, really, really great to have you here on the show. Always wonderful to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
No crooked establishment. None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let me decide.
Okay, I like that little advertisement right there. Like, don't tell me how to think. Tell me how to look. I need that right there. Let's go ahead and end that, y'all. I need to say that right there. Don't tell me how to think. Don't tell me how to think. Or whatever. I need to start putting that in my thumbnails because it be a lot of people in the comments telling me how to think, telling me, oh, maybe you should just go research before you react. Like, this is all a part of the learning path that I'm on. Like, I know I'm aware of a lot of things that are going on. I'm not just completely I was gonna say green, but slow That's like a Georgia term, so it just flies right out. But anyway, I'm not slow to, I'm not, blind to it. It's just a lot of stuff that I didn't know. Like, I'm putting together certain stuff that is like a lot deeper than I thought it was, or deeper than I thought it could be, because things can be very deceiving. So don't fault me for how I'm trying to learn stuff. No, I may not know everything right now. You guys are watching me learn as I'm reacting to things that I didn't know, things that I do know, things that I'm like, oh, done. Like, I don't want to research everything and then just react to videos and I just, it's no surprise to me. It's no, I already know everything, or no majority. Like, no, what's the fun in it? Anyway, y'all, comment down below. Give me more things that you guys want to see me react to on this channel. Post links, whatever you may prefer. Don't forget to also thumbs up this video, like it up. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and ring that bell so when I drop a new video, you will know. You won't miss it and you'll be right here. And as always, I don't know what I was about to say. Y'all, I'm still thinking about just some of these comments. They don't really get to me. It's just be funny because it's just like, you really seeing people. Like, if you understand what I'm saying, like, I'm really starting to, like, I'm really starting to see people. Like, I've already seen people, like, I feel energy and all of that, but I'm like really getting a chance to see the type of people that are being talked about. Like, a lot of you guys are very supportive. You guys give me a lot of information and I love that. And I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you. But anyway, as always, I appreciate you guys for coming through and coming to kick it with me. And until next time.